We are going to get Brian Kilmeade's take on the big story of the day. The FBI finally responding following this latest batch of Twitter files, writing them off as the work of, quote, conspiracy theorists. The Bureau insisting that its actions were nothing out of the ordinary and that they reimbursed Twitter for standard legal requests. Critics say the reported $3.5 million spent was used to suppress information, including the New York Post reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop. The FBI says it did not provide Twitter, quote, any specific instruction or details regarding the Hunter Biden laptop story. Now, some quick to the point, it's a little wiggle room here in that statement. It was not a blanket denial of conversations with Twitter about Hunter. The FBI says, quote, it is unfortunate that conspiracy theorists and others are feeding the American public misinformation with the sole purpose of attempting to discredit the agency. Kellyanne Conway says Americans should be worried.
To have our chief law enforcement officers, up to 80 FBI agents in one report, routinely saying to Twitter, you have to look at this tweet, you have to look at that person's postings. While we're in an election season, this is frightening to me as an American citizen to think that this is going on under the guise of some official operation. They're sitting on the scales of free speech. They're sitting on the scales of justice.
As promised, we have Brian Kilmeade, co-host of Fox and Friends and host of One Nation with Brian Kilmeade, simulcasting live with us from his radio studio. Brian, thank you so much for joining me. Merry Christmas. I'm excited to get a chance to chat with you about this. You work all day long, morning, noon, almost noon, night.
Right, and now we're sharing networks, sharing audiences. Molly, always great to see you. Great to see you in New York. I was waiting for the FBI pushback, but I thought it would be more professional. I thought it would be like one would think, and somewhat limited. But it's an aggressive pushback and naming people that have a problem with their action as conspiracy theorists. That sounds like something I would see on MSNBC or on CNN with every single host.
What are they so worried about?
Yeah, I think that's that's what I was shocked at. I thought it was going to be an ex-FBI agent blasted back, but I didn't know it was the actual FBI. But let me just say, from what you just said on the intro, this is how it's counteracted. Not only did I think the FBI was over his skis, was I stunned that they were doing this. Matt Taibbi feels the same way, who was able to disseminate and publish all this stuff. Michael Schellenberger the same way. And also the other guy named Yoel Roth, who they're talking about. Was he the one who said if he didn't feel as though the FBI was breathing down his neck, telling him what to do, and getting his antenna up for would-be Hunter Biden? Listen to what he said under oath. They learned in the meetings that there were rumors of a hack and leak operation that would involve Hunter Biden. Excuse me. That is Yoel Roth, the vice president of Twitter. And meanwhile, they're saying, the FBI is saying, we're gaslighting with the conspiracy theorists by listening to a liberal executive at Twitter who was directly interacting with the FBI. So they said that he understood that this Hunter Biden thing was coming down the line. And Elvis Chan is somebody who feels he's been unjustly called out. But Elvis Chan, I have news for you. Roth says that you guys brought up the Hunter Biden laptop. So when it came out, they were ready for something that looked exactly like you were wargaming with them in the tabletop exercises at the Aspen Institute with the New York Times, Washington Post, and all these other outlets. And I'll bring something else into play. Not only is the Hunter Biden laptop a player in Twitter, Mark Zuckerberg told the same thing to Joe Rogan. We were told by the FBI that something exactly like this was coming down the line. So don't get, if the FBI is mad at us, it's because it's been exposed.
Yeah, these are fair questions about free speech on, these platforms that Americans are participating in, and you certainly, don't need to act like people are nuts because they're asking the questions. Something else I want to talk to you about, former MSNBC anchor Keith Olbermann had this advice that he brought up for House Democrats, urging them to fight back against Republicans when they officially take back the House in January, and he means fight. Take a listen.
I wish the Democrats would play that game to 10% of the levels that the Republicans do until the Democrats stop rolling over for this and saying, well, we're not going to dirty our hands. When they go high, we go low. So when they go low, we get baseball bats. That should be the next, big, let's get Obama out there saying, when they go low, we get baseball bats. I think that would solve this completely.
I don't know how devoted his following is, but I'm hoping that no one actually goes out and grabs baseball bats.
Maxine Waters will be proud. Go after them wherever they go in their stores, wherever they follow them. And guess what? That was happening with Sarah Huckabee Sanders and all the other, all the other players during the Trump era, wherever they went. So what is going to be happening now is people are going to come out of the woodwork and feel as though they got to go and try to marginalize the Republican majority in the House. They're going to be big players once they pick Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, and I hope indeed they do. But Molly, I just got to warn you about pretending that Keith Olbermann's relevant. The only thing consistent with Keith Olbermann is the word former, because everywhere he gets hired, he gets fired. So he's former ESPN, former MSNBC, and he leaves angry, and he sits in his apartment and he tweets things that are totally inappropriate. So I just warn you against making Keith Olbermann relevant. But I do think that if the 5 people that follow him, that they're going to grab bats, he should be personally responsible.
And why watch Olbermann when you can watch Brian Kilmeade now, later today, into the evening? Thank you so much, Brian. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Go get him, Molly. Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.